Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Muslim Gamers Podcast. Thanks for joining us today as we discuss some recent gaming news and share our takes ranging from ice cold to spicy hot. How crazy is it going to get? Only one way to find out. Just keep watching or listening with me, Faraj, joined by Abdul and Mohammed. Assalamu alaikum, guys.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you guys doing?
Good. Hanging in there.
Yeah. I love the banter you guys present with me as I'm trying to keep it going. Awesome, guys.
We're saving it. We're saving it.
Yeah. We got you, bro.
Yeah, I have to say one franchise. He has to say one other franchise. It gets the other person going. That's it. We have our trigger words.
All right. So let's see if those trigger words come up. Let's talk about some of the news stuff. I know everyone has something in mind. There's been a lot going on in general news, but you know what? It's way too much to talk about or even to talk about the industry as a whole. May Allah help the people that are suffering everywhere. May Allah help those that are being oppressed or persecuted. Inshallah. And at least we should be grateful for this one hobby that we have that helps us escape from it for at least a little bit and not run away from our responsibilities. With that being said, let's talk about some gaming news. Who wants to go first? I know we had a lot of different things going on. You know what, Mohammed, I know you usually, your videos tend to have some different, kind of niche topics, especially when it comes to VR. Yeah. I don't know if you have anything VR related you want to talk about, but let's just jump into it.
In terms of news related, VR, there's been a lot of games that came out. There was a game.
Not necessarily. It doesn't strictly have to be VR. Just what do you want to talk about first?
Dude, there's so much that's happened, and I feel like a lot of our topics is revolving around that. It's just, I could say that there's a shift. That's all I want to say. I talked about it a little bit in the video today that I posted. The topics that we're talking about, it does show that there's not really a positive shift, but there are elements that are kind of reminiscent of, I think, companies and investors realizing the last 8 years haven't been working clearly. It's just they're starting to revert back. Even as a culture and a society, there's a movement in just tech in general. And now that we're much older, everyone's looking back, hey, how about we just go back to all this stuff? Tech, I think, has gotten to the point where it's negatively affecting people and it's getting annoying. So people are resulting back to simpler tech. There's a whole movement. I feel like now it's starting to creep a little bit into gaming. We're starting to see that, but we can get more into that because it's all related to the news. But it's just something that I've been pondering about for a few days.
Yeah. I think that definitely.
You're not excited about AI making video games for you?
See, there's moments like that in your mind, dude, I'm like, dude, this things like that. But I don't know, man. We have to see how the future actually turns out. Every time there's something new that comes out, there's this huge scare and of disruption. And once things start fall, everything falls into place, it's not as bad, but I feel like it's inevitable at this point. We'll see.
Yeah. You know what sucked with since though you so wonderfully brought up AI, it's because of AI and with the demand for all these data centers to keep up with the needs of AI, but buying up hardware components like RAM and SSDs and now even hard drives, and because of that, it's affecting the price of micro SD cards, the price of emulator handhelds or handhelds in general are just being affected. All of this started happening after I got my raise last year when I was thinking, I could finally afford to upgrade my PC, and I'm like, nope, not happening. So yeah. And kind of reminiscent to what or kind of going back to what you were talking about, Mohammed, with going back to older tech. I don't have to go back because I've been there for a while.
We're talking about older, dude. Older.
Yeah. Well, I got something pretty old here with the 3DS.
Oh, there you go. See, there you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. So
that's the original one, and not even the XL.
That is the XL. It's the new.
That's the XL.
The new XL.
It's smaller.
Oh, maybe because my hands are big, or maybe my face is big. I don't know. Are you trying to tell me I'm fat? Okay, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm going back to what I have, which is what I'm considering older, and just trying to focus on that. So, enough about that. Let's talk about something new out there, some new hardware, which, has been making the rounds through a lot of different news cycles and YouTube videos and social media, which is the Stream Controller, finally revealed with a price and a release date. I know you guys are excited. How excited are you guys to drop $100 on a controller?
I think it's a fair price.
Yeah. Okay. It's kind of expected. Yeah.
So if you look at like the
other controllers,
other controllers that are like pro controllers in this marketplace, they're the same, if not more expensive. You know, you have
just the Switch Pro controller, which is way less in features. Is
Switch Pro is like 90 bucks, and then the DualSense Edge is like 120, 140, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, what makes this a pro controller?
What makes a Steam controller a pro controller?
Yeah,
just the amount of features you get out of the controller, right? It's not just
most of the features that we'll never use, just the fact that we have.
Right. But when
like the gyro haptics, and then like the extra triggers, you have like they're like tech for touchpad controls and stuff like that too. Like I think it's obviously every controllers is subjective, right? Everyone has their own taste on what they like and how they like the controller. I think I've been pretty clear on here. I was a huge fan of the original Steam controller, so this is for me like a no-brainer.
How much was that one when it came out?
I still have the original one. Yeah.
See,
how much was it when it came?
The original?
I think about $40, right?
Yeah, it was pretty cheap.
Okay. So here's my thing. The reason why I'm buying, because I feel like I have to. So in 2019, they did a sale on the original one. They were just trying to get rid of inventory. They had it for $5.
Yeah, I remember.
I bought it so fast, and then they canceled my order and said we don't have enough. So I don't have a Steam controller. Like I wanted it just to have it.
Let's see.
And then I've looked at like resale prices is not worth it because that one wasn't really that good. It's just having it for the piece of history. I was like, it's not worth it. So I feel like I have to. I'm more excited for the form factor and the look of it because it looks different. It's kind of like as if it's a little bit bigger, as if you combine the Lenovo Legion Go, the original one, the controllers together, and put on a 3D printed piece. Because I have the original Lenovo Legion Go. It was on sale.
The one with the Joy-Cons?
Yeah, the first one it was on stupid sale. No one was buying it, and I just bought it. And if you put it together, it kind of reminds me of that a little bit, or like the Nixie, the brand Nixie that makes like Switch stuff, Switch controllers. It kind of has that similar look. It's like a beefier controller, in terms of like it looks like a spaceship puck. So I'm more excited about that. And then I know what's cool, even though we have now finally DualSense features on PC gaming, like the whole haptics and everything. I think you still have to only connect through USB-C to get that, or did they update it now through Bluetooth?
I believe they updated it. No.
Okay. No.
Okay.
Abdul, so you still have to use USB-C. Okay. Because I only use it through USB-C just because I don't want those connect. Always keep it charged. And I played Death Stranding on it with that. So to get the haptics. So just having that native and have it, I'm interested to see what, if we get the machine and when we get it, what future updates we'll get with that controller. So yeah.
The greatest perk of the Steam controller, in my opinion, is the community layouts. So this is what the original community controller was also amazing for. This is you can customize very granularly like every single layout and like what button does what through Steam. So it's like a layer between you and the game, and so it allows a lot more customizability on how you play, how you want to play, and then so you can. And people upload their configurations, and you can just download any one that you like, and you try it out, and then mess around with it. Yeah. I think it's a lot more customizable, and it's going to be pretty huge.
You can do that as well for some other controllers, but the fact that it's a Steam device, it's pretty open, and I'm pretty sure the community's going to have it, especially with the gyro features and the trackpad. I feel like that's going to be a better place than the Steam Deck, because I don't really use the trackpads on the Steam Deck never really.
Wow.
I don't know, just a placement for my thumbs. I feel like on a controller and I'm on like a Steam machine, like I feel like, especially when I start messing with it and modding it, it'd be nice to have instead of a mouse.
No, I'm constantly going to desktop mode, so it works great as a mouse and as like once when we went to a hotel. My wife and I stayed at a hotel room, and I hate the smart TV interfaces that they have. So I brought my Steam Deck dock, hooked it up, and had a wireless keyboard, just so we could watch whatever, like Netflix or whatever, on there. And yeah, it was super easy to use. But I mean, obviously, I was using my wireless keyboard and mouse, so that made it a lot easier. But yeah, I'm always going into desktop mode, messing around in in there. And there's even some games where you could not some games. I think any game you can customize it or download other layouts to where you can even get radial menus that you can control with the touchpad. So that's pretty cool. Like especially with I believe the EmuDeck. Like once you install EmuDeck to have emulators on your Steam Deck, it comes with like specific controls per emulator.
Oh, that's
like
cool.
You can control like double screen for 3DS or whatever. Not that I'm saying you should, do that. Allegedly, that's what they say.
Yeah, allegedly.
The reason I'm asking about the whole price and everything about the Steam controllers, I feel like it just prices itself out for a lot of people where, I mean, then again, I don't think it's meant as a controller for the mass market.
Exactly. Yeah. It's meant as like a pro controller, right? So it's already targeting a market of people that are like into controllers.
Right.
I think like the Xbox like pro controller, it's also up above $100.
Yeah.
I think
it's like 179.
Yeah, it's like really expensive, right? And you get what? Some extra triggers and like a better joystick.
Yeah, but the original the basic Xbox controller is so trash. Like I bought one for the PC.
Really?
I don't.
It's a hot take.
Wait, that is a hot take. Are you talking about the Series controller or the Xbox One controller?
Like the Series and Xbox, they just feel cheap. Like I've had so many issues, like bumpers, like getting stuck and stuff. Yeah, I don't.
Okay, the triggers, I will say, I think that was
feel
an issue,
cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like they feel cheap, and then they just keep coming out with colorways. And like, how about you just improve the controller? Like when I hold a DualSense, I feel like it's $75 worth. When I hold the Xbox one, I'm like, this is trash. Even though it's cheaper, it just feels like, I don't know. It doesn't feel. I just don't like using it. Like I let my son run around with it and throw it around. Like this thing's that like it's probably,
oh my god.
Yeah, like I don't care for. I have so many of them. So the Elite one to me is like this is how it should feel. Like I feel like this is a controller.
It feels a lot more solid and
I know there's leaks. There's been leaks and leaked again. I think a week ago that there's another one coming. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think not to continue with the controller debate, but I don't think the Xbox Series controllers drift as much as the DualSenses do.
Oh, I'm not saying about drifting. It just feels like, I don't know, lightweight, cheap, like plastic.
Really?
Yeah. Speaking of drift, they're using a new tech in the Steam controller that's
TMR. Something magnetic resistance or whatever.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
But it just kind of sucks that like it just comes out without everything. I feel like they're only doing it to keep people kind of like interested. To stay in the know, it's just I don't know if that was a good idea.
I think they're doing it because they're like we have to release something.
Yeah, it's,
Are you talking about just announcing the release of the controller in general?
Like, I don't think they like he's.
I don't think people are going to buy it as much.
Right you don't think people are going to buy it?
No, people are going to buy it.
I just feel like they probably would have sold more, or people buy it more because they want to buy it with the Steam machine.
Oh no, I think it's.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, here's a DualSense controller without the PlayStation. You're going to be like. You're not going to have as many people start buying. I'll just buy it when the machine comes out.
No,
that's my opinion.
So
my prediction is it's going to sell out.
See, that's what I was going to have enough.
They're not going to make a lot. That's why it's going to sell out. That's the smart thing to do. That's to create the hype. Yeah, they're going to do that. They're not going to make a lot. They're going to create a hype. People are going to get super excited about it. And the interest of Valve and Steam and all this stuff, Steam Machine's going to stay in the know because it's sold out and they're going to keep trickling it. That's my opinion. It's going to sell because of them not making a lot.
Okay, so artificial supply scarcity.
Yeah, and I don't think they think that if they say, for instance, they produce as much as they would produce when the Steam Machine come at the same time, right? People are going to buy a controller and a Steam Machine because they're all in the hype. But if you're going to tell me I'm only going to release you the controller and be like, I'll buy the controller later. Enthusiasts like us will buy it now. But the majority of the population that would have bought it might just wait till machine.
I'm not going to buy it now. I'm going to wait.
Well, I'm telling Abdul.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy it.
So you said you weren't. You said you weren't.
I would love to buy it if it was just, honestly, at 90, it would have been a buy for me. Like, I feel like at 100, it just prices itself out.
I'm just worried they bundle it with the Steam Machine later.
They do. I think when you buy it, when you get a Steam Machine, you get a controller.
So they're going to make us double dip.
Yeah.
2 Steam controllers, eh?
There you go. Yeah, I mean, for me,
that's how you get to play those couch co-op games.
Exactly. Yeah, couch co-op.
It better be like a Half-Life 3 or HLX themed one. That'd be pretty cool.
I think D-Brand's doing that companion cube skin for the Steam machine. Have you looked at it? Have you guys seen it?
The what?
D-Brand, the skin
D-Brand.
man.
No,
They
yeah,
make the skins and stuff.
I've bought some stuff from
They're
So
this.
they make
doing
it
the
look like the companion
companion-
cube from Portal.
Oh.
Oh, that's right.
see
You
that.
barely just started playing Portal.
Well, I played Portal. I finished Portal 1. I
Oh,
didn't
you
play
finished
Portal
it.
2
Okay,
yet.
good.
I finished it when I told you guys. I finished
Oh, you did?
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sending it your way.
I
Cake
thought you
is
just
alive,
started
bro.
it.
Cake is
Yeah,
alive.
it was a while ago. That episode
Yeah.
was so many episodes
Yo, well,
ago.
that was last year. I even made a video about it and everything. Like,
Dang, it's been a whole year since
well,
we
it wasn't a whole
talked
year, but it
about
was
that.
sometime last year, like in the fall.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like almost
That's
6
still
months
about
ago.
6 months ago. That's still
Yeah.
a lot of time. Though. Yeah.
Yeah, cake's alive, dude.
Yeah. Speaking of a lot of time, let's move on to something else in the news.
This is interesting.
I think we talked a lot about
Steam controller.
whatchamacallit, about the Steam controller. We already know who's going to get it and who's not. Maybe, viewers, listeners, let us know in the comments if you think you're going to get it or not. So we'll see. What did you guys want to talk about next? You said this was interesting, Mohammed.
Oh, the one that you have highlighted next.
Oh, for
That caught the internet on fire. Yeah, DRM.
which one?
The DRM,
the DRM,
one.
yeah, the PlayStation. So yeah, that was an ongoing story until like right before I
Today,
wrote up
yeah.
our document where PlayStation or Sony themselves came out and said that, oh no, you only have to. So to give context to the story itself, let me actually pull it up so I can read it so people aren't like, oh, what the heck are these guys talking about? So basically, there was an issue over the last few
I
weeks.
didn't know about this.
No, Friday.
Oh,
Friday was shown, right? That's when the update got pushed, or the screenshot
think
came
so.
out. Friday, yeah.
Something like that. Was it Friday? Yeah, it was sometime last week.
It was late
where
Friday, too.
people started to report that whatever games that they just bought on the PlayStation Store came with like a 30-day timer where it has to like check in once every 30 days. Which, if you guys remember, back in, I want to say it was 2013 when in the summer when Microsoft took the stage and decided to talk more about the Xbox One. They
That
were
was
like,
legendary, bro.
yeah, legendary flop where they talked about how they're gonna have all this like DRM even with the games that you buy on disc where it needs to go online to check in, and then Sony comes in and is like, this is how you lend your friends your games, and they literally handed it.
That
Yeah,
commercial
just hand it. That was
last
so
several days.
great.
So funny, dude.
Man.
Because I remember from then and even until now, their tagline has been like play with no limits. Now, because of this news thing, they're like play with a 30-day limit. So that means so basically what people were thinking was, so if my PS5 is offline for more than 30 days, then it's I'm not going to be able to play the games that I bought digitally anymore, which definitely is a concern. Maybe in the US, not a lot of people leave their PS5s or even PS4s disconnected or keep it offline. But it could be a concern internationally where people might not be connected all the time. I don't know what the situation is everywhere else, but I've heard that in Brazil, that's kind of a thing where they tend to not keep their consoles connected all the time. But it brings about more of a concern of digital product ownership, where you buy your games digitally. Do you really own it, or do you own a license to play it? And the answer is you only own a license to play it. So it's like, hey, they're taking our ownership away, which kind of sucks. But then PlayStation came back just a few hours before we started recording where they're like, no, it's supposed to only be a one-time check. And as long as it's your account on the PS5 or the PS4, once it checks with it online, you can play it.
I was hearing and reading that was mainly they decided to do it just across the board to avoid when games first come out for jailbreaking and leaking.
Right.
I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like it's interesting. The whole CMOS battery issue. You guys know about that? Or just
no? What's the CMOS battery issue?
So that it was about like the CMOS time bomb that you see with the consoles. That's a whole separate. I'm not going to open. We'll talk about that later. Okay. But that topic recirculated because of all of this, because people start testing it by removing the CMOS battery, changing the time, and doing all that. So the funny thing is that so I remember because Nintendo does this as well on your secondary device. So if you have two Switches, right? I remember I bought a Switch OLED and I took it with me on the plane, but I hadn't switched the OLED to my main home console. So I was playing a game that I already had I already just played it before I left, but because I'm on the plane not connected, it needed to verify because you need to verify if you're not a home console. It's not your main. I was like, okay, well that's kind of dumb. Like that defeats the whole purpose. So I couldn't play anything on on my regular Switch, even though I wasn't connected. I already had verified because it always connects and verifies every 30 days for those games. So Nintendo does that as well, and it's been doing.
So when
that.
Nintendo does that every day and every single time,
were you like raw dog in the flight because you couldn't play anything?
So I couldn't play anything on the flight.
Damn.
So because it wasn't my main console. Like if it was my main console, you have X amount of time you can play that digital game without verification.
It's 24 hours.
24 hours. Okay, then there you go.
Yeah.
So I mean, Nintendo's
I know that
been
because
doing
I tested that theory a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo's been doing that for a long time.
One thing I will say, they fixed that around this time last year, or they added a new feature for the virtual cards where whatever console you have, if you have 2 or even more, as long as you you set the virtual card to okay, this console has the virtual card open, then it can play it offline. As long as you open the game once while connected.
But it just stays. Even though they fixed it, they've been doing it for so long, no one really, people will talk about it, but no one lost their minds like today, but it's just because it's PlayStation.
Right.
It's
because PlayStation made a big deal about it on stage where they're like, this is how you lend your game, So
and just PlayStation's lately been in the news negatively a lot lately, especially not many stuff coming out. So
and surprisingly, when it hasn't been negative, Xbox,
which is surprising.
Yeah. Wonderful segue there. By the way.
Perfect.
Yeah. Go ahead, Abdul. Take it away.
You're welcome. Xbox actually, for the first time in years, some good news coming out of that studio with the new boss.
Asha Sharma.
The biggest thing, Game Pass price drop, which I think is huge. I think they realized that, hey, the strategy is not working. It's too expensive. People are not going to afford it. And it seems like they're going to go back to, this is rumorish, but they're going back to being Xbox, and they're rebranding back to from Microsoft Studios to Microsoft Gaming to Xbox. I
don't think that part's a rumor, right? I thought that was
that's confirmed. Yeah,
their emails too switched to Xbox as well.
I think they're gonna try do I think exclusives are back on the table, guys, for Xbox.
But it's they weren't. Yeah, that's my thing. It's they say it, but they aren't clear.
They're not clear. We'll see how it goes. We've been
here before so many times. Remember when Phil Spencer came and we were all hyped and in the beginning,
dude, he choked so hard, man. Honestly,
I feel because I don't know.
Yeah. No, see, with Phil, it was more so just the decision to spend so much money on all these other companies, on buying all these companies.
Which was the route of exclusivity. That was the whole point.
Mm-hmm. That was the whole point. And then there was no games that delivered.
No, but then everyone above him wanted to see the return on that immediately.
That's the thing. That's the problem. I feel like I'm not saying he's wrong. I just feel like the industry changed because everyone now is prepping for next gen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everything PlayStation's been doing now is for the PS6. The whole no more PC, single player games, only multiplayer games, the DRM switching away. Everyone's in preparation because the economy and everything's struggling. They know everything's expensive. They want to keep everything tight knit to keep their shareholders happy. I feel like that's the reason why.
Yeah. Oh, and no more COD on Game Pass.
Whatever.
Until a year after.
Yeah.
It's the Call of Duty game has to be out for a year for it to be available on Game Pass. Is what they said.
If you subtract the difference, you'd spend the same if you bought COD separate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not worth buying anymore, anyways.
Not. That's the other thing they work on.
But plus, I thought they said they're gonna take a break from COD for this year. Is what they said because Black Ops 7 failed. So
Modern Warfare is coming back.
They got to take a break. I think they should take a break.
They
can't
take a break.
You cannot. Activision cannot.
I mean, the average person there's people that just play COD. That's all they do.
Yeah, they can't.
We'll just play Warzone.
Because that gives a year gap.
Here's a theory though that I have. Recently, Sony pulled back on it. It's hey, we can release eventually on PC for some of our games because of Xbox's whole thing of hey, you can play our games anywhere and you can have everything on your Xbox, whatever, right?
And the Helix.
And Sony didn't like the idea of having exclusive on Xbox technically. If Xbox is kind of going back to like, hey, we're gonna have exclusives. Maybe like this whole like, everything is an Xbox thing. Like we're trashing this. I have hope that Sony might go back and say, okay, let's revisit the PC conversation and see if we can release them. I have hope.
Nope.
I have hope.
Mm-mm.
It's a long shot.
It's two
because you
against
still
one
have
here,
Steam
bro.
Machine.
I know.
You have Steam Machine, and you need to sell more consoles, and there's Spider-Man. So yeah, and I feel like there's gonna be more than just Spider-Man. There's gonna be Venom. There's Wolverine. There's this, that. There's too much money.
Not to mention,
like
there's talks of how the
30%.
next Xbox is going to be closer to being a PC. So it's like, oh, so now if PlayStation's releasing the games on PC,
but I think they're trashing that, and then they're
trashing completely. So I'm like,
they're resurfacing an older project for like what the next Xbox would be.
oh, you're talking about for Xbox? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it makes sense for them to trash that from a business perspective because they want people to stay in the Xbox ecosystem. And if their next Xbox is essentially a PC that can run Steam, people are just going to buy their games off of Steam, including the Microsoft games. So yeah, they want to try to make as much profit as possible. So
I feel like also that Steam Machine entry kind of, shook the feathers a little bit, shook the cage.
ruffled some
Because they know
feathers.
Steam's pretty strong and people are loyal and people have had their eyes on PC since 2018, 2017, like the boom of PC.
The Steam Machine isn't trying to be a console.
What?
It's not like that's not their like the things that I've like seen in their interviews. They're not trying to like compete against the console spaces. They're trying to give you like a box to play Steam games from there, but it's not like it's not the level of a console. They're very pretty interested. They were very careful with their words. I don't think they want to fight because the thing is, if they wanted to fight the console war fight, the price would be a lot lower for the Steam machine. But it's not.
That was the original plan. Unfortunately,
no. It wasn't. I read interviews that
they were trying to
keep it
affordable.
Expensive.
Yeah, but they were trying to keep it as affordable.
I don't think they ever said they were going to keep it
affordable.
affordable.
Affordable as possible. If you were to build
before
like
the whole RAM thing, when it was first announced.
Yeah, but again, when you talk about console pricing, you're talking about like, $400, $400, $500, right? The Steam machine was not going to be priced at that. It was going to be price higher, like 800.
I don't know. The people that I was listening to that what they were thinking, everyone's predicting 550. That was like, yeah, if that's console price, that's perfect. It would do pretty well because the whole idea is bringing it into your living room. Everything they showed you is you're not sitting on a PC setup. You're in a relaxing area, just like a home setup to play all these other games. And a lot of
you should listen to Linus Tech Tips has a good thing on it because he talked to like the devs. And
he talked to people at Valve.
I watched that. Yeah, I watched
because when he asked the whole like, oh, is it going to be priced to be more affordable like a console?
They didn't want to say anything.
It got awkward. Like they
were like, oh, I don't know.
They don't want to say anything. Yeah, but
it's not that they didn't want to say anything.
They're not trying to brand it as a console, but the device can replace a console. It can deter people from buying a console, a PlayStation. If you're already wanting to buy a PC, which people have been wanting PC, and PC has been getting way more expensive, and I'm like, okay, I can't spend $1,000+ even on a low end. If I was Valve, I can make something at $550, $600 to put it in your living room to play all these other games. That to me sounds like can replace people's purchase of a console.
No, it's not going to replace the console.
The original idea. That was the original idea.
No, because you can't go to a store and buy a Steam machine. You can't go to Target or Walmart and go buy a Steam machine.
But that shouldn't define what a console is if it's at Target or not, or Best Buy.
No, because if you're thinking about console and what's it called, broad availability, that's how a majority of people buy their consoles. They buy their Switches and their PS5s, and some poor guys that bought their Xboxes as well. They go to these stores and buy them there. The only ones, like if anyone wanted to get a friend of mine is a perfect example. He recently got a Steam Deck, but he doesn't even have a Steam account. I think it was gifted to him, the Steam Deck. And he's like, oh, wait, so I have to create an account now? Oh, wait, how do I play games on here? I have to buy them now on this thing?
Which Sony and Xbox are kind of going towards that direction as well.
Yeah, but for Sony and
know.
Xbox, you can buy their games from the store itself, which comes in a disc. So
now.
I'm saying that's more of a not just for now, but that is what it is now.
But when I say, for instance, it's still a console, then in the future, of next generation or two, the whole concept of disc and that's phasing out. We know that's happening.
Yeah, we know it's phasing out. Yeah,
it's still a console. It's a home console.
No,
it's an entertainment system.
It's a console. In
we're not saying it's not a console
of the console, but not in the sense of like a gaming.
They're not trying to do one-to-one. But what I'm saying is, as a consumer, most people only buy one device, maybe two. Now, if I'm PlayStation, okay, and I have a PlayStation is probably the biggest, most popular console in America, right? Xbox is not even competition. Switch is in its own class, separate, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just PlayStation. And everyone's eyes, the reason PlayStation started coming to PC because they started noticing people start gravitating towards PC. Now, it's not as big as people think, but there's a market. That's why everyone started rushing towards PC. Xbox started doing, hey, you could buy our games on Xbox. You buy it on Xbox, you can play it on PC. There's Game Pass PC. We're releasing all our games on not just the Microsoft store, the Steam store as well, because they know people want Steam game. They want their games on Steam. Now Valve is like, you know what? You guys have been coming here. We're going to start. We found a weak point, and they came up with this idea to do this PC mini box console because people started buying these mini PCs and building mini PCs, and there was a market for it, but it was still too expensive. Like all those little small Nook computers, you guys want to talk about the Belkins, I would say even before, and all those.
No, that even became before that.
Popular. Counterpoint to you.
Go ahead.
Not saying like
we're at 30 minutes with it.
Yeah, we're at 30 minutes with this.
Just let you know.
So counterpoint, when Steam announced the Steam Machine, right? Sony didn't there was nothing really. Sony didn't make the decision to pull out of PC until Xbox started making waves.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, leads to believe like Sony understands Steam Machine is not trying to compete against us.
But it'll take away some of your customers or potential customers.
But not enough for them to care.
Not enough. I don't think it's going to be significant.
I don't agree.
Once Xbox started talking about Xbox started talking about it, then they're like, all right, we're pulling back.
That means there's two people involved. Now there's two.
I don't think
one is much larger.
One is much. It's the largest company in the world right now.
Hold on. Microsoft. You're telling me there's more Xbox users than Steam users?
No, there's not more Xbox users, but Microsoft has a much bigger brand awareness that PlayStation sees them more as a threat than
I don't think they see them as a threat. They don't. They just don't like the look of a PlayStation game on Xbox. It's not a threat. I just feel like they're saying, okay, one strike, two strikes. Okay, we got to pull this now. Because here's the thing. We've reached a point. This is another hot take. We've reached a point where now same thing as cell phone. Everyone already has a cell phone. Gaming now is so popular that now you've kind of reached the ceiling of how many more customer acquisition, how many numbers you can get in terms of customers. That number trickles up and down because people start getting into it. Younger kids, younger crowds, people go in and out, whatever. So if you reach the ceiling where now there's not much of a boom. So every percent counts. So if you're saying that people, if they start feeling that, okay, this thing, not only because people are in a situation in an economy where they can't afford more than one console anymore, or they can only afford one if they can. The PS6 is further out than the Steam Machine. Mm-hmm. If I was a buyer, I'm tired of PlayStation's antics, or I'm tired of this. I want something new. All the kids that are growing up, that the younger generation, they grew up watching streamers play PC more than us. For us, PC was big, then it disappeared. Now it's come back again. So that younger crowd is going to adopt the PC market a lot better than our generation did, because PC is way more popular and way more open, and because what the cultural phenomenon, Fortnite and Warzone and all these other games and streamers and Twitch did to the PC ecosystem. So now it's a worry about the younger generation, not us, because we'll buy more than one. So they're worried about the brand recognition, the brand association in the long term. I'm not saying it's going to crumble PlayStation, but we're talking about they need every percent. They don't want to lose those percentages, and they want to keep people on their toes. Like, you know what? If you're going to want to buy a Steam machine, we're not going to have our single player games on there. So you have to decide, you want a PlayStation or you want a Steam machine, and that will bring people back. Oh, I want my Spider-Man. Oh, I want Wolverine. Oh, I want this. I won't buy a Steam machine. That's the reason I think that.
Okay,
it's
that's
that
definitely a take.
Helix.
That's a take.
It's both. It was just one too many. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Valid points in your opinion, but only time will tell.
Disagreeing with you.
Someone hire me. Someone put me on the marketing team.
Just kidding. Hey, while you're at it, hire me too.
Yeah, let's take all of us.
Right. Yeah. I know we're past our 30-minute. I know we talked about trying to keep news within 30 minutes, but do you guys want to touch on the other two? I don't think they're going to take that long. The other two news items.
What are you talking about? Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, Resync?
I have hope for Assassin's Creed.
So, have you guys played Black Flag?
Yes,
that's the
so
one
I haven't beaten
it. The old generation.
I didn't beat it, but I played it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I played it, beat it. I love the game. I hate it as an Assassin's Creed game. That's my take on it.
I'm with you there.
Liked it because it was for the pirates. That's everyone said.
It's a pirate
I think people liked it because it was a terrible Assassin's Creed game and just like a really good pirate game. And it was just like, it didn't like, so for me, like I really liked Assassin's Creed, like originally when I really liked the concept of like, you know, the Animus and that
the Templars and
Assassins and like that thing. I really gelled with that storyline and they completely trashed it. And then Black Flag for me was like the nail in the coffin of like this. They just destroyed this. So I have like a love-hate relationship with Black Flag. As a game, it was amazing. I love playing it. Pirate game, amazing. And then I hated it as an Assassin's Creed game. Because I'm like, if this game wasn't Assassin's Creed, it'd be like a 10 out of 10 for me. I'll probably still play Resync because, you know,
I feel like you have
it's a good game.
Devin, I get to play too. Yay.
But I think a lot of people missed a lot of the stuff that Ubisoft said. I did a video too. There was an article that came out and they brought up bunch of different influencers and they talked to them about the future of Assassin's Creed. I don't want to go too deep in it for the timing, but I'll send it to you guys. It's pretty interesting.
Okay.
They brought a lot of older employees on the older Assassin's Creed, like Ezio, and Original and Black Flag and all those. So they have a certain direction. Obviously words only do so much, especially with Ubisoft, but I have a little.
I didn't play Shadows at all. I was like, it's not
I didn't touch it.
No, I didn't touch Shadows. Yeah,
the last one I beat full on story was Origins.
I beat. I think the story was really good.
I
tried
Odyssey a little bit. I didn't finish.
I tried Odyssey, but it was just there's so much filler. Like
I felt like Origins had a lot of filler too. Like I tried to get through the filler, and
it did.
By the time I beat the game, I was tired. I was like, I do not want to see this game anymore. It did for sure.
The Final Fantasy, you remember that?
Yeah, I got to the Final Fantasy.
So weird. I was like, what the hell is this? Like this is not Assassin's Creed.
And then Valhalla, I also didn't play.
Way too big. Dude.
I liked Odyssey because I like the whole like Greek, you know, the Athenian.
I like the Egyptians a lot more.
The Egyptian stuff was great, but I like the way that the gameplay just felt a lot more fluid to the point where you can even save your game when you're like in the middle of a map or whatever. So the game just felt a lot more accessible to me, Odyssey. Compared to
it was more. I heard it was more refined than Origins.
Oh, much more refined.
Yeah. And two separate teams, by the way, right? Two separate teams.
Yeah. I don't know who worked on Valhalla, but Valhalla just feels.
I think it was the Origins team because they alternated. Okay.
Yeah, but it feels really bloated, Valhalla. Even though I'm really interested in that.
After I beat the intro, I saw it. I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. I was like, I dropped it. I'm not doing this.
It was one of the first games I
released
bought
like 2 or 3 expansions. I'm like, dude, this is way too much.
Yeah. I looked at it. I was like, there's no way I have enough time to invest in this.
Yeah, but going back to Black Flag Resynced, I didn't think I was going to be interested in it because I'm like, how much better is the game going to look? And I saw the video and I'm like, okay, I'm interested.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, looks really. The graphics look great, especially considering the original one on my PC with the GTX 1080. When I can't run the game on high or ultra, I have to set it to medium to get 60 frames per second. The fact that that engine still struggles and it doesn't look anywhere close to
optimization for PC, because that at the time was it 2012 when that game
2014.
2014, yeah, like they probably ported it like
Ubisoft sucks with optimization. Even with Ghost
I've
Recon,
heard even the first 4 Assassin's Creed struggle on PC.
3 was not as bad. I remember
Assassin's Creed
3
1 at the Ezio trilogy. Those are the first 4 I'm referring to.
Yeah, no, I didn't play those.
They
PC.
were pretty demanding.
Yeah,
they were pretty demanding.
They're just not.
I think that
was
Ubisoft
like the worst. Syndicate
Which
ran
one?
like absolute trash. Is it
Syndicate?
Yeah,
Syndicate.
Yeah,
The one after
Syndicate was
Unity, the one in London.
Oh no, Unity, dude! I played that. I was like, dude, what the hell is this?
So bad.
I was so mad, dude.
You guys get the glitch where it was just the eyes on the
eyes
mouth?
and yeah.
Yeah.
But
did you guys ever get that glitch?
How I played the game,
that
but I'm
glitch
glad I played it that way.
Okay.
I'm gonna say how I played it.
That just brings me more questions, but we'll talk about it offline.
I'm pretty sure I played it the same way as you.
Yeah, I was like, I'm glad I didn't. I would have been extra mad.
We gotta put on some hats for that one.
Yeah. Speaking of sailing on the high seas, Black Flag. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. Even if you end up getting it, Abdul, on Steam, I might get it on PlayStation if it goes on sale or something, because it does look really good. They reworked a lot of stuff. There's no there's no what's the word? Immediate mission failure if you get discovered for some of the following. Where you're trying to eavesdrop on them. So yeah, check out the video if you haven't. It's narrated by the guy playing Edward Kenway. Edward, yeah, that's his name.
Edward Kenway. Yeah.
Edward, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty excited for it. We'll see where it goes. You guys want to talk about what we've been playing?
Sure. I've been only playing one singular game.
Okay, go ahead, Abdul. We'll talk about that.
Crimson Desert.
I saw that.
No way, really? Oh, okay. How do you like it?
Yeah.
Speaking of bloated games.
I know. Well, right? We were talking about hating about Ubisoft games, and here I'm playing Crimson Desert. Honestly, really good game. Really good game. It's a really good sandbox. There's a lot of stuff in this game.
Hold on. Before you get to the stuff, one thing I've been hearing a lot about the game is that the way the controls work is just not intuitive. How do you feel about the controls in the game?
They want you to use a controller for this game. Do not use a controller for this game.
Mouse and keyboard
and mouse.
Yeah, I've
keyboard and mouse 10 times easier.
Okay.
Than
I heard
whatever,
they fixed out the updates, but I guess not.
For like controller layout.
Yeah.
Again, I tried it for like a hot minute, and I was like, no.
You know what would fix it?
You probably tried it before that update was rolled out, right?
I think so.
You know what would fix it?
What?
Steam controller.
You know, I honestly, I was thinking about it. I was like, dude,
when I get this controller, just validating it, bro.
I can play Crimson Desert on a controller again. The controllers are definitely super wonky, and it's mainly due to the fact that there's so many systems that they're piling onto you, and there's so many buttons on a controller, right? So you have to like map 5 different things. Like you're pressing like 3 different keys to do one thing, and it gets really wonky with the controller. Keyboard and mouse 10 times easier. Life is a lot smoother that way.
Because it was initially, I've played the original Black Desert, the online one.
I played video a lot.
Bro, I hated it. I was like, this is trash. I can't get through it. That stupid black dot that followed you everywhere. I can't do this. I got mad at my friend, and then I found out they made it free later. I was like, I want my $40 back. Those games, like there's so many buttons. Like there's mice built. There's mice built for MMOs. Like all of the 19, 18 buttons on the side.
I have
like
those mice.
Yeah, I have one on spare for those days. That
I also have the claw that it does like the.
Oh, really? Okay.
I was really pretty big.
Which one? The Azeron Claw?
The Razor.
The Razor Claw. Okay.
Razor Claw. I was pretty big into MMOs when I was single and had a lot of time on my hands, but not anymore. Anyways, Crimson Desert. It's a good game. I think if you enjoy exploration, if you enjoy like just getting lost in an RPG, it's a good game to get lost in. The combat is good. It's not going to blow you away. It's not like revolutionary, but it's a good combat. Exploration's amazing. The world is so it dude, it's a freaking good looking game. I don't know what sort of black magic they use with this engine, but my God,
isn't it Unreal?
No, it's not Unreal. It's their own custom. It's their own custom engine that they use, and they built this engine for this game. It is insane how crisp and seamless this world is. Like
You're running a 5080.
I have a 4090.
4090. Okay.
4090. Dude, the entire world is just. You can, have there's a meme of like, oh, in Witcher 3, they're like, oh, you see that mountain, you can go there. You can do this with Crimson Desert, but like with much more detail. And the entire world is actually like crafted too, kind of like Witcher 3, where the world was like crafted, not just like generated. There's so much to do, so much to explore. The story is trash.
It's wonky here.
Yeah.
It's so out of the world.
Quests don't make any sense.
It's so disjointed.
It's
but
like you're doing this
it's
and
hilarious.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's hilarious. Like how all over the place is. This game started out as an MMO, right? So you can see elements of that in the game and how different. I'm still in the first region, but from what I heard is like different regions are like their own like contained storylines, right? Because like that's how an MMO would come out. Like you would go from region to region and have your own little like region stories. Anyways, overall, I'm having a good time. It is. Nice. I don't know how much longer I'll continue playing because, it's it's a 100-something hour game, and I have like 2 hours, 1 hour a night. So maybe in like a year I'll beat it.
Yeah, we'll check in with you next year.
Oh. All right, well, that's me.
I don't think I would ever want to play that game right now. For sure, I don't even want to try running it on my PC. My poor GTX 1080. What's it at? Like 7-8 years at this point old right now. Even I saw some videos of how it runs on a base PS5, and even there it was struggling to run at a smooth frame rate.
It's not a Steam Deck game, that's for sure.
Yeah. Forget about the Steam Deck. I see people playing this on a Steam Deck. I'm like, wow, you are crazy. But even on a PS5, the fact
where's
that
Niall with his Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch? The guys playing Hogwarts Legacy,
where you could literally see every 372 pixels on the screen.
Oh, that's my
God. Just kidding. We love you, Niall. All right, Mohammed, why don't you talk about what you've been playing?
Because I hate myself and I love pain. Tarkov.
I thought you were going to talk about pain.
No, Tarkov. I don't know why. My friends get into it. I get into it. I'm not as hardcore as they are, but I have fun. It's more of like a social thing, but yeah. That Final Fantasy VII. Are you a Diablo guy?
New expansion just came out.
So I didn't really play those type of games growing up.
Oh.
I played Diablo 2, Diablo 3 with my friends, but the thing is, like, I don't know, like, some of them, I'm like, dude, we have the same lifestyle. Like, how the hell do you put this much time into a game? I'm always behind. I'm just collecting Coin Simulator behind you guys, and you guys are so strong. I'm just clicking, just going behind them. Diablo 4, I played a bit. It was cool, but like it just didn't stick with me. And I feel like a lot of people felt that too. I feel like Diablo 2 and 3 were better.
Yeah, 4 feels more like an MMO than an ARPG.
Yeah, it was okay. And then I had PC issues at the time for like 3 months, and it turned out to be a PCIe, a PSU cable connected to the motherboard. Long story. It took me 3 months to figure it out. I threw out parts, everything, nothing worked. So I didn't really get to fully enjoy Diablo 4. But I know Diablo 2 Resurrected is on Steam now, recently.
Yeah, they brought it back. And they brought it back. New expansion too.
Yeah, so I have on my wish list. Playing Final Fantasy VII, the original still. I'm kind of lagging. Trying to jump into some VR games that I picked up at the time. But that's about it right now. It's just mainly just a lot of Tarkov. Oh, and then I played a lot of Windrose last we spoke.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about that.
A lot of fun.
I'm surprised you didn't bring it up at all when we talked about Assassin's
I was going to, and I kept forgetting.
Okay.
Like, I feel like the announcement of Black Flag, like, and Windrose at the same time kind of worked. Do the sea shanties and Windrose. Oh, so good.
But it's more fun, like a survival crafting.
But dude, the ship fighting is crisp in this game.
No, I love survival crafting games. So
the PvE is fun. There's a lot to do. Like, there's a lot of like pirate lore. Like, it's cool. It's fun. Like,
It's still in early access, right?
Yeah, and for an early access game, it's very it's good.
Polished.
Very polished.
Is it one of those games where it's good with friends, but solo it's like, whatever?
You could do solo. Like, it's not like it's bad, but obviously those type of games are always fun with friends.
Yeah.
The biggest scrap I have with it is the progression, and balancing with the progression is still kind of off. Like, I feel like also too, like if you even though you upgrade, your weapon's not upgraded, you're not going to do well. Like, you need to do both. It's not like they help each other out. They're separate. And the progression is kind of
survival crafting games.
No, this one you'll feel it. It's very like disconnect. Like, even though I know what you're talking about, it's hard to explain. It's just, this is very disconnected. Okay. It doesn't match.
Because I played Valheim, and Valheim you have to.
No, I played Valheim too.
Yeah.
It's a little wonky. The progression is a little wonky. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and like how to get progression in your weapons, like it doesn't make sense. Like, you're a higher level because obviously experience, but based off where you need to go, it's like way too outbalanced for you, and you can't upgrade your weapon because you have to go to this progression. Like, it's too difficult. You're just dying and dying and dying and dying and dying just to beat one enemy. It's balanced. A lot of people had the same issue. I noticed it. So it's just the balancing is a little off, but
interesting.
Early access is a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you, Faraj?
Since I was showing off my wonderful little 3DS here, well, kind of big 3DS because of the XL, I have been going back to play Metroid Samus Returns. I'm trying to play through the Metroid games sequentially. I beat Zero Mission a while back, which is a remake of the first Metroid. This is a remake of the second one. I tried playing a fan-made remake of it called AM2R, another Metroid 2 remake, which was good, and a lot of people have a lot of great things to say about it, but I kind of like this one better because there's like this little counter or melee parrying move that you can do with Samus, where if anything's about to attack you, it's very satisfying to do. And I started playing it a while ago and got pretty far up to a boss that was pretty hard to get through. So I took a break from it. And here's the issue with Metroidvanias. When you take too long of a break from it, you come back, it's like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Where the hell am I going? Did the screens change for you guys too?
Yep.
Okay. Thought it was just me.
Sorry,
okay.
He's messing with us.
I'm not even touching my controls.
No, Abdul's messing with us.
Abdul, okay. Yeah, so with Metroidvanias, if you step away from it for a while, you forget what you're doing. So that's what happened. I forgot my moves. I forgot my abilities. Forgot where I was supposed to go. So I just figured it was easier for me to just restart and just make sure I stick with it this time. So having a lot of fun with it. In fact, I don't think this is going to get us in trouble for talking about it because a lot of YouTube channels are talking about it, where since 3DS is no longer in production, there's custom firmware for it. A lot of people, not a lot, but there's some people that complain about the screen of the 3DS not being as good, even if you have the IPS version, which is why a lot of people were gravitating towards the Iron Thor, which is the AYN Thor, which is AYN's new emulation handheld with 2 screens. I still like the 3DS just because it's so plug and play. The games just start without needing to do much or any kind of configuration at all. But the custom firmware updates put out a color profile if you have the top screen as an IPS screen instead of whatever the other one's supposed to call the worst one, where it actually fixes the colors up a little bit and makes it very satisfying to play on. Nice. So I know Mohammed, you and I were talking about it a while back. Yeah, I don't know if you have the custom firmware on it, it'll tell you what type of screen you have, and if it's the IPS one, you can upgrade it to the latest one. And
Thor?
Oh yeah, the Thor.
Yeah.
Oh, what? I didn't know you got the Thor.
I bought it last year pre-RAM hike.
Okay.
And I just haven't set it up yet or done anything. It's been lazy. And then when I got it delivered, the RAM prices jumped up in the
You're the problem. Just kidding.
I got super late, but it took forever to get here. It took like 2.5 months.
Dang. Yeah. No, but I think did you pre-order or did you order it?
I was second wave.
Oh yeah, their waves are because they don't produce them as fast.
I was like October. I ordered it, early November. Yeah, and I didn't get it until like January something.
Okay, that's about right for them.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I've never bought directly. I've never bought from Iron. I've always wanted to, but never did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like
I'm
they had the
looking at-
Odin. I wanted the Odin.
Yeah, I'm
I
considering the
never
Odin,
did.
but yeah, if I can't afford it,
I
or if
waited
I
for
don't
the-
want to buy Steam controller, I shouldn't buy an Odin.
I waited for the Odin 2. I was like, but then I saw I was like, not that worth it. I was like, I'm not gonna buy any of these.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't set it up
Anyways,
yet.
yeah. Going back to that was it for Metroid, and I know I talked about it earlier. I've been messing around with Star Wars TIE Fighter and Star Wars X-Wing with mods for them. It's called for TIE Fighter. It's called the TIE Fighter Total Conversion mod, where it basically, because TIE Fighter came out in like 1993 or 1994, Star Wars TIE Fighter originally for the PC. If you buy it on GOG or GOG, it runs through DOSBox. It actually plays pretty well. But the TIE Fighter Total Conversion mod, it's going to confuse people. It's actually not for the TIE Fighter game. It's for if you have X-Wing Alliance, because it uses that engine, but it takes the campaign from TIE Fighter and makes it look and play so much better. With full, like I have an ultra wide screen with ultra wide support and VR support as well.
Wait, this has VR support?
Yes.
Like full on, just visually,
Full
or
on.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's kind of wonky, I believe. I haven't had a chance to play
for like an older game in a mod. That's pretty good.
Yeah, because the community is working pretty hard, and once again, because it's a community mod, it's gonna have some jank to it. But
cool.
Yeah, TIE Fighter Total Conversion, and there's another one for the X-Wing game called XWVM. That one, for some reason, I was having some trouble with on my PC, where for a mod for a much older game, it was pushing my GPU and CPU to the max. So I didn't really want to try running it on VR. I don't know if maybe there's a setting thing. So I'm just trying to figure that out. But compared to those two, Star Wars Squadrons, the most recent one that came out, is the most plug and play, especially when it comes to VR and everything. Because one of the only games that I've seen have a toggle VR option where I don't have to launch the game in VR. So that's pretty cool. So I'm trying to play through the whole campaign in VR. I have a Rift S, which it plays beautifully in. It looks,
which
really
to
good.
Me is probably one of my most favorite headsets.
Oh yeah, Rift S is so under.
Good. Mine just gave out. It crept out.
Oh man,
I still have my box, and I want to go back and buy one used. It's pretty cheap. And it's funny. Some of the VR community is like they're treating VR headsets like retro consoles again. They're buying like SNES or N64, all that stuff. Oh, I'm gonna go buy it. Here's my video. I'm buying an old headset and playing games on it. See how it does. Like, this was such a good headset.
Yeah, no, the Rift, because when I compare it to, because I got the Quest 2 before I got the Rift S, and playing the Quest 2 on a PC. Yeah, because I bought the Rift.
Okay.
Yeah, I went backwards because I bought the Quest 2 before the Quest 3 came out, way before the Quest 3 came out.
Yeah.
And then I got the Rift S after I got tired of trying to play, especially sim racing games on the Quest 2 on PC. Just because the cable just wouldn't connect properly to my PC, and I'm way too far from my.
There's so much jank. Sometimes the cable gives out, or if it's a bandwidth. Sometimes, like if you have I've had this issue before. The USB-C like port works perfectly fine. All of a sudden, just done. Like it just doesn't. It's not compatible. Either bandwidth issues, something updated. It's all jacked up, whatever, and you have to go from the back of the motherboard to get it to work, and it destroys the cable. Yeah, I've dealt with my fair share of those. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and when I'm trying to sim race, I have a dedicated setup for it in my garage. I just want to sit and start racing. I don't want to deal with the jank. So I got tired of it. I literally that night went on Facebook Marketplace looking for a Rift S.
That was probably one of the last more modern, like that, and of that generation was one of the last DisplayPort VR headsets.
Yes,
before
I agree. Yeah, I think the other ones are all started switching over to USB, and it's better to have
a Valve Index for super cheap. No,
the Rift S just seemed a lot because the Index as well needed to have. It doesn't have inside-out tracking, and with the way my garage setup is,
you need that.
I need the inside-out tracking. So for racing, it works great for racing and flying. After I did try it with Project Wingman. Man, flying games are so much fun to play in VR. After watching Top Gun Maverick, I came home. I was on Project Wingman in VR for like 3 hours, just pretending to be Maverick. Yeah, Abdul's the only one being like, "Oh, one of these guys gonna shut up about VR."
I'm telling you, Half-Life Alyx, bro, is by far one of the best games ever.
But I'm waiting for a Steam Frame, man. That was gonna be my entry into VR.
I know.
Do you want to borrow my Quest 2 because it's just sitting here collecting dust?
Don't. I remember I started Half-Life Alyx. I had a Rift S. I was like, I'm not gonna play on a Rift S. I'm gonna like get a better headset. So then nothing came out. The Deckard was leaking and it wasn't coming out. So I bought a Quest 2. I played Half-Life Alyx. I think the first 3 levels, I was like, this is trash. I'm not playing this anymore on Quest 2.
On the Rift S?
No, on the Quest 2.
Quest 2.
Oh, the
I
Quest
bought an
2,
Index. I bought an Index that was probably 4 years old now at the time. 3 years old, the headset. 4 years old. Yeah. I was like, I don't care. I'm buying it. And it was a way better experience on the Index than any of the Quest. I mean, Quest 3, it's nice now because it's better resolution, but it's still janky, but yeah. So just keep waiting. Don't play on the Quest 2.
Yeah. I mean, I held out this song. I might as well wait a little bit longer.
Yeah,
I don't know how long we're going to hold on. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how much
Patience
longer we
is a
have to
virtue.
wait. Yeah, but
done.
Mohammed, you said you'd sell your kidney for the Steam frame, even if it ends up being super expensive.
Dude. I was trying to find a way to get a job at Valve just to try it out and just quit right after.
Quit right after.
Going back to what we were talking about earlier, I'm still working through. There's a bunch of VR games that I have that I haven't even gotten around playing through. My Rift S, I think, is perfectly fine for it with my PC. So, yeah, I'm not holding my breath to buy any new hardware until I get through whatever I already have so far. Yeah. On that note, that's it for the episode. Thank you guys for checking us out. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode, whether you're listening to us, or watching us. And we hope you enjoyed it. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode, inshallah. Until then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.